When the Twilight Saga hit its peak, so did its hunky werewolf star Jacob, played by Taylor Lautner. But after the Twilight hype slowed down, Taylor seemed to fade from the spotlight as well. So what happened to the star who once commanded $7.5 million per film? Let's take a look. Actors rejected by Hollywood. Taylor Lautner. He starred in bad comedies. Everyone had big hopes for Taylor after the Twilight Saga ended, but he went on to star as a frat boy alongside Adam Sandler in Grown Ups 2. His character isn't the nicest guy, leading the frat pack and getting bucked in the crotch by a wild deer. Let's just say it wasn't too impressive, and he probably could have gone on to do bigger, better things. His first solo movie flopped. Taylor starred in the 2011 film Abduction, which did poorly to say the least. Ranking 4% on Rotten Tomatoes, anyone who had invested in the star's potential immediately regretted it. The film only brought in $28 million domestically, which fell short of reaching its $35 million budget. Definitely not a good start for someone trying to break out on his own. He charged too much. At one point, Taylor Lautner commanded $7.5 million per film. His films had grossed over $1 billion worldwide by the time he was 16, and it seemed like he had Hollywood wrapped around his finger. He was paid $5 million for Abduction, which was wild for an actor who had never done a solo film before. So once that flopped, it was clear that he wasn't worth the cash. His straight-to-TV movie. In 2015, Taylor's first solo movie since 2011's Abduction was a complete bomb. Tracers didn't even make it to the theaters, but instead became an exclusive DirecTV picture. That in itself is a red flag, and its fail becomes even more evident when you see the film. The plot isn't the best, the love story isn't incredible, and it's just all around unimpressive. He's too picky. Taylor actually could have starred in a handful of other movies that could have gone much better for him. Unfortunately, his pickiness and schedule conflicts kept him from some roles that were successful for other actors. In 2010, he dropped out of Max Steel and Ben Winchell was casted as the lead. He was also reportedly offered Liam Hemsworth's roles in The Expendables 2, but took a pass on it. His acting is subpar. His six-pack and mediocre acting may have got him through the Twilight series, but let's be honest, none of the actors in the saga had too much acting talent. So when he started appearing in other movies, that fact began to stand out. If his numerous failed films are any indication, he's really just not a great actor and he doesn't sell. Subpar acting can only get you so far when it's supposed to be your career. He's not Andy Samberg. When Taylor Lautner replaced Andy Samberg on BBC Three's Cuckoo, the show kind of took a turn and not for the better. The first series with Samberg was a massive hit, and how couldn't it be? The guy is genius, hilarious, and even won a Golden Globe. He's tough to replace, and unfortunately Lautner failed to fill his shoes. The second series was definitely not up to par, and it seems like Lautner was to blame. His suspicious relationships. All of Taylor Lautner's relationships seemed pretty suspicious, and more like attention grabbers than actual real relationships. He dated Taylor Swift for a few months from 2009 to 2010, and the two broke up right after their movie Valentine's Day hit theaters. He also apparently dated Lily Collins when they were promoting Abduction, and his Tracers co-star Mary Abduropoulos, who he also parted ways with shortly after the movie premiered. Coincidence? Perhaps, but probably not. He tried switching careers. If acting doesn't work out, why not try being a music festival photographer instead? Apparently that's what Lautner had in mind. At London's Wireless Festival, he was seen snapping pictures of Nicki Minaj's performances in the press photographer's area. He looked pretty serious about his new profession, flashing a $4,000 Nikon camera around, but nothing seemed to come from that gig either. He's been replaced. Taylor Lautner was once the hottest werewolf on the scene. Through the Twilight Saga, he became a sex symbol for teens and wasn't shy to flaunt his body. But Twilight fans have moved on to other hot werewolves like Dylan O'Brien, who stars in the Teen Wolf series. And seeing that O'Brien is more versatile in his acting, he starred in 2014's Maze Runner. He seems to be the werewolf du jour. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to The Taco for more daily videos.